Yep, I'm going to call on your official tasting abilities quickly, so come and join me. But we're going to make something delicious, something jam-packed with iron, a little bit of protein. What a way to celebrate your birthday with a beautiful, as Uncle Tubbsy said, Be Well blueberry and coconut pudding. Is it a breakfast? Is it a dessert? Is it a showstopper to end your evening meal? Speaking of which, here it is. It looks spectacular, the end result.
Gorgeous.
Let's see if we can arrive at something close to that. So this is really, it's energy-filled. It's got some lovely natural proteins in it. It's beautiful, and it's also got a bit of a Middle Eastern twist, which I'll introduce. I'll kind of show you as we go there, but really, really easy and simple to make. It's foolproof. It is absolutely foolproof.
Is this something that you do for everyone at home?
This is. Whenever I have people over, I make them they call this, in fact, Graham's BWELL blueberry.
Wait, what's going on there?
Okay, so we've got 2 cups of water going in there. This is obviously for to break down our oats. Okay. We've got coconut milk. Doesn't that look like rich and creamy and beautiful?
It looks so creamy. I love it.
And coconut milk, really, really good. Coconut water, coconut milk, really good for you. There are so many good nutrients, healthy nutrients in coconuts for humans. It's like one of our superfoods. It really is.
I'm not really a fan of the actual coconut fruit. That's the thing. But I really like coconut-flavored things.
Not that we often find ourselves cracking coconuts, but I love the fact that it's a lot more readily available, so we can get these things in store now, and they really are healthy and really good for us. Okay, so we're going to put just a tablespoon of our BWELL. And it's going to give it a slightly creamier texture, just bring it all together.
I actually wanted to see how BWELL is going to feature in this meal. So you've put in 2 cups of water, your coconut milk, and a teaspoon of...
a tablespoon of BWELL. Then when you're cooking oats, you always put in salt. Why? Nobody knows. But no, you have to do it just to balance out the flavor. And remember, it is always about balance. We want a nice healthy dose of honey in there as well. I mean, you're going to get some sweetness from the blueberries, but this is a dessert. It's a pudding. You want it to be kind of luxurious, so that mouthfeel that you're going to get from the BWELL and the coconut cream, let that be balanced out with some beautiful sugary goodness from the honey.
Are there other alternatives? If, for example, I'm not a fan of blackberries, perhaps raspberries,
throw in any kind of berry that you want. You want the berry, and we're going to put it in 2 phases here. So we're going to cook some of them, so some vanilla essence going in there as well, and then I'm going to add the oats. So we're going to add some. The nice thing about a blueberry is if you cook it down a little bit, you know, it becomes even sweeter, and it's got a nice kind of texture. We're going to add some fresh at the end as well. So you've got those varying. Some are really soft and juicy, and then they'll kind of permeate. You see, turn the entire mix blue, and then some will be fresh, and they'll pop in your mouth, bursts of flavor. As you kind of chow down on it afterwards. So I'm going to literally put half of the blueberries in.
Okay. Well, did Graham confirm whether this is a dessert or breakfast?
I told you it's everything. It's not one thing.
One size fits all.
Everything. No, I mean, this is a great way to approach your breakfast because it's going to be kind of a low GI. The oats is great because it's sustained energy. The fruit will give you a little bit of energy, kind of immediate release sugar, which is good, the honey. But you can also put things in there to kind of boost certain things. If you want more protein, you can add some more nuts or kind of those elements to it. Use this as a sounding board. I just love the fact that this has got kind of a Middle Eastern vibe. And why I say Middle Eastern, so let this cook down. You want the oats to start swelling and absorbing the moisture. It can get quite thick, so if you feel that it's getting too thick, just add 2 tablespoons of water as you go. But I mean, ideally you want it to have a nice thick pudding consistency like that. So what we've got here is rose water.
Ooh, we fancy. And
it is. At first I thought it was just an empty little bucky there, and she was lying to me, but it's absolutely stunning. I'm going to slide it across to you so you can have a smell. Just smell how awesome and amazing that is.
Ooh,
hey, how Middle Eastern is that?
It's so aromatic, and I just love how it literally smells, and the smell lingers around for a while.
So here's the thing, Nicole was telling me, with your aromatics, for things like this, you don't want to add them too early because otherwise they'll cook off and you won't get any of that kind of aroma. So towards the end, once you've added your blueberries to kind of cook down and your oats, it's already starting to thicken nicely and come together. And you can kind of let it simmer. You don't want the stuff to burn at the base. Then you add your delicious rose water. And it all comes together beautifully. Then what I'm going to ask you to do is just continue to dress that guy over there. I'm going to give you this, what we've got.
Not a problemo.
Just to make it even more Middle Eastern, and it's almost like a
This one
Turkish
right
delight.
here.
That's one you can
You know
load it
what?
up, because you're going to taste that, so that's yours.
I'm too scared to touch it because Nicole, our kitchen fairy, is side-eyeing me because she's the one who's prepared this very beautiful, well-represented
She trusts your
dish.
ability, man. She trusts your ability. So what you're going to do is add some toasted coconut flakes.
Okay.
Absolutely delicious as well. Up the protein. Again, more coconut flavors. Some pistachios to give it that real kind of Turkish feel and vibe.
And I think I want
some
just a
fresh
little bit
blueberries.
more
Yeah.
fresh
and it
berries.
pops with flavor. And if you want this recipe, you can find it on expressoshow.com. It's a winner. It's absolutely delicious and it's unbelievably healthy. And it comes with, of course, the stamp of approval courtesy of our BWELL canola oil, coming with the cancer seal, one of the few to be endorsed by the Cancer Association. So what's the verdict?
Shout outs to you, G. This is delicious, man.
Nicole will get the props for this one, but we absolutely love making something like this because it's easy, but it's also really healthy and luxurious on the mouth, hopefully. So you guys can go and try that at home. It's our BWELL blueberry and coconut pudding, or breakfast, or oats, or whatever you want.
Be well. Love, food, life.